So in this video, we're going to do a review of the Mikolo HORUS system. I just bought this about 3 months ago, roughly. Came off of Amazon. I will start off with very early on. This machine is fantastic. I bought the system that came with the bumper plates, a number of various handles and attachments. There's some on the wall over there as well. Pretty straightforward. Pull-up bars, a bunch of different angles on these. They work great. All of the mechanisms in this, everything is positive lock and just very, very smooth. That goes for the cable heads, for the bar, all of it. It's got every kind of exercise. You've got lat pull downs, you've got rows, you have 2-to-1, 132-pound weight stacks on the back. So the felt weight is 1/2 of what you're actually pulling. Surprisingly, given the number of pulleys and the routing of the cables, this thing goes together very, very easily. I am a mechanic. I build cars. I restore cars. I'm an IT engineer, so maybe it's a little easier for me. But there is the instructions are very well done. There's also a video on Mikolo's site where they assemble every one of these. Those videos are fantastically well done. Shows you how to lay everything out so you don't get anything, you don't get parts mixed up. Everything's labeled really well. Packing. If you read maybe a year or two ago, there were some issues with the Horus and the Anubis systems coming. Some of the pieces were dented. Whatever they did, hat tip out to Mikolo for this. Whatever you did packing wise, not a chance. This thing was so well packed. Took half as long to unpack it as it did to assemble it. You guys did a great job. Nothing was scratched in. This thing was perfect when it showed up. On that note, if you know your FedEx or UPS driver, your delivery driver, give them a heads up. This is incredibly heavy, and it's a lot of boxes. I believe this kit was, I want to say 8 boxes, a number of which are huge. I have dollies here, so it was easy to bring them down here into the basement. Some of these boxes, like that these rails are in, the bar, some of these bigger components, this is a full piece, all welded. Again, it is packed very well, but it is heavy. It's a weight system. It's supposed to be heavy. The bench is fantastic. It's adjustable. One of the cool things that Mikolo did, I don't know if other do this, but my old bench didn't have this. This insert piece, it's just a little detail, but it fills this gap for when the bench is flat. You take it out when you're doing incline or decline work, but just one of those little details. It's great. You'll read this in the reviews. The weight stack at a 2-to-1 field, 132 pounds. If you're moderately adept at the gym for things like tricep rows, and if you're going to do like standing, like if you're going to use like the V-bar here, let me grab this. This came with it. But if you're going to do standing like V-bar curls, you're going to max that weight out pretty quickly. I do know that the newer model, the M4, has Olympic bar stub outs on the weight stack where you can add Olympic weights to the outside of it, 5, 10, whatever poundage you want to add to it. I did talk to John at Mikolo, great guy, very, very quick to respond. Great guy. They did note that I would be interested in doing something like that with this, but right now they don't have any plans for it. So if you're watching this, hit them up. Maybe they can make a kit for this. It would just extend its utility in terms of just the amount of weight that you're putting on it. I will probably end up making something I can fabricate and weld, and I do have the equipment to do that. So I'll probably mock something up, and so that'll be for another video. But exercise-wise, this thing's great. This replaced. We had an older 3000 Smith machine. I forget who made it. It's about 25 years old. The thing was great. Still worked great. But my wife had shoulder surgery, and it did not have the fly attachments like this, and so that made upgrading to this a no-brainer. I'll do a follow-up video for how we built this gym, also about 2 weeks before we bought this. So that'll be another video that I'll put on here. Changes, improvements. You're going to see a couple videos that talk about that. When I put this together, here, let me grab these. The weight bars on the side where the bumper plates and some of my other weights are, they come with these short little bolts and these short washers. And I didn't have any problems with these initially. These stayed on here for about a week. So not much time. But a couple people have said that because of this little washer, when you get enough weight on there, the bars will tend to bend a little bit on that square tubing in the back. I will tell you that when you assemble this, pay attention to how much you tighten these. Do not over tighten them, because you can distort or bend that square tubing a little bit. And I think that probably plays into it. If you over tighten these and then you put, 345s on that lower bar, I can see how that gives it a advantage to start bending. I don't have a washer here. What I did is I replaced these bolts with 1/2 inch longer bolt, and I replaced this washer with a 1-inch flat washer. So it is much, much, much larger, and it distributes the weight along the back. So I don't think there'll be any issues. That, and the only other thing that I'm going to change, mostly because the online reviews have said it makes a significant difference in how smooth this machine is. And don't get me wrong, this machine is very smooth. Now, granted, it's new, but machine is for all of this cable travel. This machine is very, very smooth. It's great. But you can replace these pulleys. And if I remember correctly, there are 36 of them. I'll have to double check that number, but it's either 36 or 40. But let's say it's 36. But you can replace these pulleys with aluminum ones. And that apparently significantly improved. Don't replace the cable. Cable's fine. You can just replace these plastic pulleys with aluminum ones. And the feel, the smoothness of the machine increases significantly. Outside of that, I just don't see anything that I would improve about. This thing has been amazing. Again, I've been using it for 2.5 months, and it has been absolutely fantastic. So shout out to Mikolo. And this is an amazing machine. They've got a whole range of machines that fit. This thing's relatively sizable, pretty big, not too terrible. So landmine attachment gets used once a week. I have not used these stub outs. These are just pinned in there for exercise bands. So if you're using bands, you have a bunch of anchor points to use on this. But all of their machines look great. I picked this because of the weight stack and the weight stacks, the independent weight stacks, and these flies, mostly for my wife, so she can use it. So she's got all those additional exercises she can do to strengthen up her shoulder. Uh, but so far, yeah, you're not going to go wrong with any of these. They assemble great. The instructions are great. The shipping is great. The design is great. So that's my review. Next video is going to be walking through the gym, where I've gotten so far with building this out, and what